Namaste. Welcome to our TSAT guidance classes on Group 1 services. In these sessions, we are going to discuss about logical reasoning, analytical reasoning and data interpretation. So, this logical reasoning and analytical reasoning, so there is some basic mathematical operations like mathematical concepts like profit and loss, percentages, ratios and proportions, all these also they will ask in the examination. Especially this area is very important for the preparation of Group 1 services mains examination, and 2 or 3 questions may come in preliminary examination also. So for that reason prepare it, and this is highly useful for non-mathematics background aspirants. For maths background aspirants it is very simple, so there is no difficulty at all, but for non-mathematics aspirants it is very important, because this concept we call it as a simple mathematics, at the same time as a commercial mathematics also. So a lot of application, daily life situation, so a lot of things are there. So let us discuss about concept wise. The first one is percentages. So as you know that percentage in mathematics, a percentage is a number or ratio that can be expressed as a fraction of 100. If we have to calculate a percent of a number, divide the number by whole and multiply by 100. Hence the percentage means a part per 100. The word percentage means per 100, it represented by the symbol a percentage means 1. You have to both sides are 0 as shown in this figure. So if you express any quantity in terms of 100, so for 100 parts, how many parts for it? So that's called as a percentage. So simply, for example, so 8 in 24, how much percentage is there? 8 is in 24, how much percentage? Simply what you have to do? Simply you have to divide 8 by 24 and multiply with 100. Correct? 8 ones are 8 threes are, so 100 by 3 is nothing but 33 and 1 by 3%. Clear? In this manner you can calculate the percentage. This is very important. See, there is 2 words, call it as a percentage and second one is a percentile. Don't get confused. So percentage is totally different from the percentile. So percentile means here, for example, in an examination for 100 marks examination, so 37 is the highest mark. 37 is the highest mark. For example, if a candidate got 36, so means 36 by 37 into 100 means approximately 99 percentile. See, in general percentage, if you say a percentage, then his percentage is 36%, but on percentile it is 99 percentile. That's the difference between percentage and percentile. So don't get confusion. This is very important. If you want to write a GATE examination, that score will be announced in terms of percentile. If you write a competitive examination, the score will be given as in percentage. Clear? Okay, 10% is equal to 10%. Just now I said 10% means 10 by 100. 10 by 100 means simply you can say 10 by 100 is 10 ones are 10 tens are, means 1 by 10. So it is 1 by 10 fraction. Clear? 20% means simply you can say what is 20%? You can have to say 20 by 100. 21s are 25s are. So it is 1 by 5. 25% equivalent to 1 by 4. And 50% is equal to how much it is? 50% means simply 50 by 100. 51s are 52s are, which is 1 by 2%. 75% equivalent means 75 by 100, 23 by 4. 25 3s are 25 4s are. If it is 90%, then it is equivalent to 9 by 10% fraction. Is it clear? So if you want to express any quantity, any data in terms of percentage, what you have to do, simply divide that value by the total value and multiply with 100, that will give the percentage. Is it clear? So, what kind of questions in the examination generally they ask? See, one question is given, A's salary is 50% more than B's salary. How much percentage is B's salary less than A's? So, for this I am giving a simple idea to all the aspirants here. So, when you go on X and if you say X, that's and calculate it, that's a little bit of lengthy method. Simply what you have to do means, especially in percentages, if you thing is unknown, then say its value is 100. Here we doesn't know the salary of B, because A's salary is 50% more than B's salary. What you have to assume, that B's salary is 100 rupees. Then A's salary if 50% more means 150%, means here 150 rupees. Is it clear? So, if you say X, then you have to calculate as 150% means here 3 by 2, X plus 3 by 2, like the calculation will give a little bit of confusion. So, what you have to simply say, the B's salary is 100, then A's salary is 150 rupees. Is it clear? Then what is, how much percentage B's salary is less than A? So, you have to take the difference. You have to take the difference, means B's salary is 100, A's salary is 150. 150 minus 100 by the A's salary is 150 into 100. So, simply what you have to do, 150 minus 100 is, as you know, that this is 50 by 150 into 100, 50 ones are 53s are 3 ones are, it is 33 and 1 by 3%. Means B's salary is 33% less than A's salary. Is it clear? So, you can choose option B is the correct answer. Simply what you done here, simply assume the B's salary as 100 and then A's salary will be 150. Then the difference between A's and B's salaries are 50 rupees. So, 50 by the A's salary is 150 into 100, you want to express in terms of percentage. So, you have to multiply with 100, then it is 33 and 1 by 3%. Is it clear? Okay. Now, we will shift to the next. The price of a cooking oil has increased by 25%. By what percent should a family reduces the consumption of cooking oil so as not to increase the expenditure in his account? So, here so now as you know that inflation is going on of increasing. So, for that reason, so we have, but the salaries are not increasing. So, the person what he is going to do, so means here he want to reduce the consumption of the different goods, different articles. So, here one of it is a cooking oil. The cost price of the cooking oil is increased 25%, but the person don't want to increase his expenditure. So, he want to consume so less quantity of cooking oil. So, you want to reduce the usage or consumption of cooking oil. How much percentage of consumption of cooking oil he has to do to maintain the same expenditure? Don't want to increase the expenditure. That's the question. Is it clear? Now, what is the here explanation is clearly I gave it to you for the purpose of you only, because so in either you are seeing through TV channels or YouTube channel or TSAT channels, means here the explanation is clearly given, because you can copy the explanation. In the same time, I am going to explain this method also. So, expenditure is, there is a formula, as you know that expenditure is price into consumption quantity. Price into consumption quantity. Okay. The new price, say P2. P1 is the original price and P2 is the new price. It is 25% more than, it is increased 25%. It is given clearly, 25% is given. So, the new price will be 125% of P1. Is it clear? Okay. Let us consumption reduce to A% of initial consumption C. Then expenditure is same. So, because there is no change in the expenditure. So, initial price into consumption is equal to final price into consumption, because you have to equalize the balance the with the total expenditure. So, initial price you set as P1 and the consumption for it is C, and final price or new price is P2, and the consumption is how much it is, A% of initial consumption of C. So, that is a given. So, P1C is equal to P2 into A% of C, means here 125 by 100 of P1. Already you know that P1 is equal to, as you know that P1 is equal to, okay. So, P2 is equal to 125% of P1, means simply 125 by 100 into P1, this one, okay. And A% of consumption of C, A% of consumption means here A by 100 into C. We did the same here, 125 by 100 into P1 into A by 100 of P. So, as you know that simply you can calculate it, this C and this C will get cancelled, this P1 and this P1 will get cancelled. Then you have 125 by 100 means 25 5s, 25 4s, correct. Simply 5 1s, 5 20s, means here A by 80 is equal to 1. So, A is equal to how much? 80%. So, A is equal to 80%. In this manner, you can calculate how much percentage of consumption of cooking oil is to be reduced. So, if the cost price of consumption of cooking oil is increased to 25%, so you have to consume or reduce the consumption of cooking oil to 80%, means 80% means 100 minus 80, that is 20%, means you have to consume 20%. The reduction will be 20% in the consumption of a cooking oil. Is it clear? In this manner, you can calculate the consumption of cooking oil. So, you have to reduce it. Is it clear? Okay. The Ramesh salary was reduced by 10% and then reduced salary was increased by 10%. What is the ultimate loss? So, mostly this is a very it's a mathematical fun, which is a mathematical fun. Means general, if you use without using your common sense, a mathematical sense, if you use a general sense, then someone will say there is no increase, 0% is increase general sense. What is said? Ramesh's salary was reduced by 10% first, then the reduced salary was increased by 10%. Then what was increase, what was is ultimate loss? What is ultimate loss? And is given. Say here we doesn't know, no. So, for example, say 100 rupees. Ramesh's salary is 100 rupees. So, how much was it reduced? 10%. 10% was reduced, means 100 minus 10 means 90. Is it clear? First, Ramesh's salary is, you are saying as 100 rupees. 10% is reduced. 10% means 10 rupees reduced, means his salary is 90%, 90 rupees. And then there is a 10% increase in the reduced salary, means 10% of 90, which is equal to 9. So, means 90 plus 9, 99. So, initial was 100 rupees, then it is 99 rupees. Then how much? What is the loss here? 100 minus 99, which is 1. So, there is 1% loss. In this general sense also you can calculate. Otherwise, if you use if you want to do it mathematically, then what you have to do? Let us say initial salary is 100. The salary was reduced by 10%, so it is 90% of 100, that is 90, as you know it. Salary increased to 10%, that is 99. Same. Loss is how much? 1 rupee. By initial salary is 100, 1 by 100 into 100, which is equal to 1%. Is it clear? In this way, you can calculate the ultimate loss. So, here 10% increases, 10% decreases, means totally is change is 0. So, there is no change in the salary. Don't feel like, because it is very clear 10% reduced in the initial salary, then 10% increases after the reduction of the 10% salary. Means here when it is 100, when 10% is reduced, then it is 90, then 10% is increased, 10% is on 90 rupees, not 100 rupees. So, there is 9 rupees, means here 99 rupees. So, previously or initially it is 100, present 99. So, there is a difference, 100 minus 99, which is equal to 1%. Clear? In a country, there is 55% population is female, 80% of the male population is literate. Then how much of females are literate? Totally literacy is 58%. So, here I collected maximum questions from the previous examination only. So, means you can understand the standard of the question. So, here just it's based on, in a country 55% population is female. 55% of population is female, means here remaining is 45% population will be male. Is it clear? Next, 80% of the male population is literate. So, here so you have to calculate out of 45%, 80%, means here 80% as of 45, that is 36, means 36% of people are literate. How much female are literate? Total literacy is 58%. Total literacy is 58%. Out of 58%, as you know that 36% is male literacy. So, means here 22%, correct? So, 22% will be remain, means you have to calculate, that is 22 out of 55, how much percent is it? Means 22 by 55 by into 100, obviously 40%. In this means without using pen also you can calculate, but I will give a clarity to the explanation here. So, here very simple. So, we doesn't know the total population, says 100. Then female percentage is 55%. Then male percentage is 100 minus 55, which is 45. Clear? The literate population 58% of 100, means it is given total literacy is 58%, means 58 people are literate. 80% of the male population is literate, means you have to calculate 80% of 45. What is 80% of 45? That is a 36, correct? Means you can calculate simply 80 into 45 by 100. 24s, 25s, 5 4, 5 1s, 5 9s, 4 9s, 36, correct? Means the literate population of male is 36%. The total literacy is 58%, means remaining is 22%, means 22 people are female are literate. But here what is the given? How much female are literate of total literacy here? 22%, correct? Means you have to calculate, it is 22%, means here out of 58%, 22 means here 22 female are literate, 36 male are literate, correct? Means you have to calculate because there is 55% of population, don't get confusion. So, means you have to calculate 22 out of 55 into 100. So, as you know, 11 2s are 22, 11 5s are 55, 5 1s are 5 20s are 22s are 40%. Means there is 40% female are literate among the total literacy of 58%. See, there is a possibility most of you do the mistake here, 22% is given. means here not 22% of people among 55% of the population are literate. That's a very important thing here. So 22% of 55 is 40%. So correct answer is 40. See, options are given 22. So in between some of, okay, we got 22, then simply they will choose the 22, but it's not the correct answer. So this is very clear. You have to follow the what is given and what is required. That's a very, very important. Now shifting to the next question. Two numbers are less than a third number by 30% and 37% respectively. How much percentage is the second number is less than the first number? Very clear, correct? Two numbers are less than the third number by 30% and 37%. Say we doesn't know the number, say it is 100. Already I said this is a third number 100. So here the first number is 30% less. 30% less means here you have to subtract 30, means 100 minus 30. 70 first number. Next one is 37% less, means 100 minus 37 is 63. Means if we assume the third number is 100, then the first number is 70, second number is 63. Is it clear? Okay, then you have to find the relation between first and second. What is the question? How much percentage is the second number less than the first number? Then what you have to do? Take the difference of first number and second number. First number and first number is 70, second number is 63. Difference is 70 minus 63, that is 7. Then you have to find how much percentage is the second number less than the first. Means with respect to first you are calculating. So the first number is 70. 7 is the difference between first and second numbers, and first number is 70. So you have to multiply 7 by 70 with 100. As you know it, 7 ones are 7 tens are 10 ones are 10 tens are, it is 10%. Means second number is 10% less than the first number. It's very clear. But in general, that's the reason I said for a mathematics background student, so easily they can calculate it without using pen and paper. In mind calculations only they can do it. But non-mathematics aspirants, they have to do a little bit of thing here. If you say that is 70 is the first number, second number is 63, the difference is 7. 7 out of 70 is how much? Means 10%. That's it. Answer is 10%. Like you have to say a 10% is the answer. Okay. Now we have to shift to the next. 40% of greater number is equal to 60% of the smaller. If their sum is 150, then the greater number is 40% of a greater number is equal to 60% of the smaller number. If their sum is 150, then the greater number is, we doesn't know. See, there is a lot of logical reasoning is there. So if you want to say with respect to x and y also, you can calculate, because we doesn't know the greater number, say x for example. 40% of x means 40 by 100 into x. 22 is 25, it is 2x by 5. 40% of the greater number, and 60% of the smaller. 60% of, we doesn't know that's y, means 60 by 100 into y. 23 is 25, is 3y by 5. 2x by 5 is equal to 3y by 5. 5 get cancelled, means x is equal to 3 by 2y. Okay, if their sum is 150 is given, x plus y is equal to 150 given. Means you can substitute x as 3 by 2y. 3 by 2y plus y is equal to 150. 3 by 2 plus y is 5 by 2y is equal to 150. So, y is equal to 150 into 2 by 5. 5 ones are 5, 30s. Correct? 32 is 60. One number is 60, smaller number is 60. Then the bigger number is simply x plus y is equal to 150. So, y is equal to means x is equal to 150 minus 60, which is 90. So, the bigger number is 90, then the greater number is 90. See, this is the answer. See, on the screen, I did this question in one way. When I am explaining the question in another way, so we can solve any mathematical problem more than 10 methods. So, which is easier to you, you can opt it. Clear? So, here I said x, y and find the answer. Without using x and y also you can calculate. See that. The sum is 150 and here just it is called a elimination method. So, sometimes elimination method is highly useful to get the answer. So, here taking 70 and 60 cannot be greater numbers. If you take it as for example 70, one number, 70 is the one number, okay, 70 is the one number, then other number should be, other numbers 150 minus 70, which is 80. So, 70 is ruled out. If you take 60, 60 is the greater number. If you take 60 is the greater number, then other number should be 150 minus 60, 90. So, it is not possible. So, you can rule out simply 70 and 60. There are two possibilities. One is 80, another one is the 90. Okay. Now, we will take it as 80 first. Clear? See, which is greater 90. So, we will take it as first one is 80. So, 80 means here first one is say greater number is 80. We can calculate as 40% of 80 means 32 and 60% of the smaller, when 80 other number should be 70, 70% of 60 means 42. So, these two are not equal because it is given. The 40% of the greater number is equal to 60% of the smaller number, it is given. But as per assumption, when you assume that the greater number is 80, then the 40% of 80 is 32 and the remaining part, that is smaller number, is 70, that is 60% of 70 is 42. Both are not equal. So, 80 is also ruled out. So, what is the remaining? 90. So, answer. So, this method is called elimination method. So, by using this elimination method, you can calculate the answer. Is it clear? So, I am very clearly finding that, I am very clearly saying that this is elimination method. I didn't use any kind of other formulas, simply. So, we have to feel that first 70 and first you have to take 60. 60, when you take 60, then the greater number will be 60, then smaller number will be 90, which is not possible. So, 60 is ruled out. If you take 70, say other greater number will be 70, then the smaller number will be 80. It is also not possible. Then there are two possibilities, that either 80 or 90. I am taking 80. Then what is the given information? 40% of 80 is 32 and 60% of the remaining, that is 70, is 42. So, both are equal as per the given data, but there is no possibility to contradict the given statement, the given hypothesis. So, obviously, the remaining is 90. Otherwise, you can calculate as x, y. See, there is if you say that, so we doesn't know the greater number, say is it x. 40% of x means simply it is 40 by 100 of x, which is equal to 2x by 5. And the next one is 60% of a smaller means we doesn't know the smaller number, say it's y. 60 by 100 of y, that is 3y by 5. So means here 2x by 5 and 3y by 5 both are equal. So 5 get cancelled. 2x is equal to 3y or x is equal to 3 by 2y. And one more relation that is given as x plus y is equal to 150. So means here you can substitute that value x, that is 3 by 2y plus y, which is equal to 150, means simply 5 by 2y equal to 150, or y is equal to 150 of 2 by 5, that is 5 ones are 5 30s, that is obviously 60. When y equal to 60, then x value is 150 minus 60, because their sum is 150. So 150 minus 60, 90. So we can say the greater number is 90. Is it clear? So this is a very important, aspirants. So for non-mathematics students, so here we are discussing the various methods. You can opt which is the best among you. If you feel which is the best, which is easier to you to learn, you can opt it, because it's a competitive examination. Speed and accuracy plays a vital role. So definitely who will do the maximum number of questions with maximum correct, that aspirant will qualify for the next level. So I hope so. Maybe you understand the nature. So I'm going to discuss the remaining part of this percentages, simple interest, compound interest in the next session. Clear? So I hope you understand, you enjoy the listening. Thank you.